Wow, hi YouTube. Well, the German production company came and went. Cobalt Productions, I think they were called. And it was about 4 hours filming. It's always tough, you know, these people turn up. You have to be acceptant of the fact that they're not preppers, you know. And I got absolutely everything out today for them. I got the tents up and the solar panels and the generator and the water purification systems and the Land Rover and the trailer. Set the whole lot up as if I was at a long-term retreat, a long-term camp. And then of course they go around and they see something, you know, they're almost like little children in a toy shop, you know, where they see something and it kind of floats their boat and they say, oh wow, you know, we'd love to see how that works, and get that out for us. So you kind of get it out and you set it up, and they say, yeah, you know, we definitely want to film that. So I had everything set up for them, and then of course they said, right, you know, what we want you to do is we want you to put it all away, and we want to film you bringing it out, you know, and setting it up, and you know, it doesn't sound like a big ask, it's not a big ask, but when you're humping, you know, 20 gallons of water and 20 gallons of diesel, and you're laying out your complete toolkit or recovery kit for the vehicle, and so on and so on. You know, it gets quite long and drawn out, quite physical. You know, so that was quite funny. There's a lot of kind of tolerance, I think, on our part, because we have to be acceptant of the fact that these people are not preppers. And although they're, you know, a great cameraman and a brilliant producer, they don't know anything about prepping, and they certainly don't know for sure the content that they want to film, you know, and obviously we're trying to provide them with that. The other thing that turned out not really to be on was for me to film them filming me, which I would quite like to have done for you. It was impossible, not because they were resistant to it or anything like that, just because you're the content, I'm the content, so I'm busy doing whatever they want done, you know, and you can't in the middle of that kind of walk off and set your camera up or move your camera or put it on a tripod. It just proved to be a non-starter. And it's these Wayfarer food pouches. They've got an excellent menu, you know. They've got I think 10 or 12 different main meals and about the same desserts, and this particular one, chicken, pasta and mushrooms, so that's a main meal, but inside here it's in a foil packet, and unlike the Mountain House, this is not dried food, you know. This is to a degree vacuum packed, but it's cooked and processed food. The greatest thing about this food is you could actually open the packet, eat it with a spoon cold, and if you didn't have a viable water source, obviously it sustains you. Total calorific content of the packet, 130 calories per 100 grams. Well, this is a 300 gram packet, so that's 390 calories, which is nowhere near the kind of 2,500 that we would need if, you know, if we're bugging out, if we're stressed, if we're working hard. But as one meal, you know, I would turn around and say 390 calories would probably feel a lot better than nothing once you've eaten it. But the other thing about this product is that it has a use by date, sort of best before, it says on the packet, and this one is 2013. But I've used these things myself for 10 years, you know, and I've got one of these things out recently, and it was over 5 years old. I was just talking to the production people about it, about long-term, you know, so I think you have to take these sell-by dates with a bit of a pinch of salt, really, you know. So my plan, check the packaging. If the packaging is undamaged, if you open the food and look at the food and it appears to be okay, if you smell the food and it doesn't start to smell off or on the turn, or it's in a very offensive smell, then the last thing left to do is to cook it thoroughly, and the chances are that food will be fine. Myself, I don't pay too much attention to the sell by or use by dates. I think it's a bit of trickery. It achieves two things for the manufacturers. One, it gets them to sell more product. Two, it protects them from any litigation. I ate it and it got ill, but I'd had it 5 years. So that's the common sense that I apply to my long-term preps. Okay, YouTube, that was my sort of news for today, really. The filming I thought went well, but of course there's nothing stopping them making me look like a madman. I have no editorial control, so it is what it is, and we'll just have to wait for that one. Thanks for all the kind of good wishes and the enthusiasm out there for me. That's another little look around, the rest of the preps that I've got going on, and as soon as I've got any news, I'll keep you in the loop. As always, any comments, love to hear them. Back soon.